In 2008, California passed Proposition 11 and created the Citizens Redistricting Commission. It's meant to redistrict state maps. And then in 2010, they passed Proposition 20, which expanded it to congressional maps. So, by voter mandate, California politicians no longer had the power to draw their own districts. Instead, a 14-member independent commission of ordinary citizens chosen by a lottery with very strict rules drew the maps.
That's right. That's how California draws their district maps. However, I get the feeling you're trying to set the scene for some sort of ill-conceived gotcha moment. And I can say ill-conceived because you're not very confident with these details, facts, and figures about how California district lines are drawn. You're having to read them, long pauses in between words. Seems like you may have just Googled something real quick 5 minutes before making a TikTok. Does that sound familiar?
But yet Governor Gavin Newsom is now pushing a special election come November 4th. His plan is to scrap the commission's maps that he championed. So on November 4th, if you vote for this, you're giving power back to the politicians to draw the maps, not the people like he wants. Just temporary, though, through 2030. Let's just suspend the voter-approved commission and hand the power back to the very politicians it took it from.
Yeah, I was right. You're kind of failing to grasp the concept of the subject matter, and so it lacks logic. Yes, Gavin Newsom is proposing to the voters for our approval that we suspend the maps drawn by our independent commissions, because that's how we do things here in California, to counteract the things that are shadily happening in Texas. As you mentioned in your video, it's up to us, the voters, to approve these maps. Also, as you mentioned, they're only temporary. They're only through 2030 until the new census is taken. And then we go back to how the way things were. And yet, you're insinuating in your video that Gavin Newsom is circumventing the will of the voters by allowing the voters to make the choice. You see, I was right. It was an ill-conceived gotcha. If you truly want to take umbrage with a governor who is circumventing the will of the people, look at Texas. They are trying to redistrict congressional maps in Texas to shadily gain 5 seats in Congress without a single vote from any Texas resident. Not a single one. If I and my fellow California voters don't vote to approve these maps that are going to be put forth by the California state legislature, these maps don't happen. It's that simple. It's up to us to decide. In Texas, the voters get no say. It's the Republicans in the state legislature and Governor Abbott. They get all the say. Voters be damned. So, going forward, if you would like to attempt to film a gotcha moment and post it here on the internet, don't prove and justify the opposition's viewpoint in your video. Makes you look like the silliest of gooses. Geese. You look silly.